So for the last year and a half, maybe, I've been teaching in-person tufting workshops right here in my studio. I've got one of those coming up this weekend, so I've got to get everything ready for that, which means double checking my machines, making sure I've got the yarn people want to use. Because I offer different backing options, I've got to make sure I've got materials for that. And that also involves cleaning up this mess. Attempt to be more organized. I actually have my to-do list. The next order of business after making sure I've got everything set up is I've got a couple bids for some mural jobs to send out, one of which I need to make sure I've got sketches for, and the other one came to me. Slide over there against that wall.
Okay. Like the wall behind you?
Yeah,
okay,
right
cool.
there. Told myself I wanted to do more murals this year. This is my very first option to do a mural this year. Is it very big? No. Is it an opportunity? Absolutely. Are we taking it? With both hands. Yeah. Since this came to me, I get to do it in the comfort of my own studio. I don't have to worry about being out in the cold in January. Actually, it's kind of nice outside. This particular project is for Meow Wolf. I had the opportunity of painting some murals for them for their new location in Grapevine, Texas. If you haven't been, go check it out. Really freaking awesome. A lot of super dope work there. But this smaller mural, I might make a continuation of those big ones, but I also might do something completely new. I don't know. Regardless, I know I'm not going to finish this today. That's not what's on the agenda. Really, all I'm trying to do is make sure that I have some semblance of a sketch ready to go, and I can make sure that I have enough paint to get it done and figure out a timeline to work in. So in regards to today's first order of business, which is prepping for these workshops, that means I gotta do something about all of this mess. I find a lot of the time when I'm trying to clean up, it becomes super overwhelming because I'm trying to straighten up and purge at the same time. I did a lot of the purging that I was gonna do already. Really, all I have to do is get most of this organized. So it shouldn't take too long. It just looks like a lot, and that is disheartening. So, we're good. These types of chenille yarn I don't use very often, but they do make a really nice buttery texture if you're using a loop pile machine. I would never use it with a cut pile. This particular construction of the yarn, you'll just lose all of those soft bits if you try to use it in a cut pile. But with a loop pile, when it's just making all these little cute loops, it makes a really nice surface. Got everything organized so I can at least see where my yarn is at a glance. I am starving now, so I'm gonna take a break for lunch. Go empty your vacuum and your lint trap. Thanks.
Exact same way.
Cause you're sweet like a flower in bloom. Went over on my lunch break. Like way over on my lunch break. But typically I would be like, oh, well, the day is done. Girl, it is It is 2:40. This day is not done and we can recover from this. So, one of the things I do for my tufting workshops is I'll send out a form so that way I get a chance to, one, assess their like skill and art level before they come in. And two, have them send me an image of what they want to tuft. That way I have an idea of what they want to do and can gently nudge them in a more successful direction if they're being particularly ambitious about their first tuft. So, having looked over all of the images that I've been sent for the workshop this weekend, I can pretty much see at a glance that I don't have to go to the store. So let me go ahead and get those yarns pulled and then I can completely mark this off of my to-do list for today. Don't act like you don't know me. All of my designs start in Procreate. For me, that's the easiest starting point. For this particular mural design, I think I want to base it on the murals that I already did for Meow Wolf. These were two separate murals on two huge walls down a hallway. If you have been to the new Meow Wolf, it is right next to the box office if you're entering through the exterior door before you go into Fancy Town. So they're huge. They're like 15, 16 feet tall. Super proud of how they turned out. I really like the way that these figures all sort of like moved around one another. I would bring them in closer so you'd see more of this whispery one here. Oh yeah, I like that already. So more of that shoulder coming in. This is a sketch, please. Hey, everything has to start somewhere. This is sketch. It's sketch, okay? Definitely like her in the foreground. Like, how dare you interrupt on me? Maybe it's like a portal back here. Red or yarn piece coming through. I do like the idea of like transitional spaces. There's probably going to be some kind of